back on the Dio front, this is one thing I've decided to try on my 120mm head to get the proper gasket made from the Viton stuff. And you can see here, you look at the head and you look at the red rag right there, and this other extraneous crap. This is why placement is so important if you want to have a subject, and this will be quick. You take away the crap. Alright. Put your subject against a high contrast color, whatever. If it's black, put it against white. If it's green, put it against, I don't know, white. Anyway, white works really good on this because you're looking at the object, and notice how I have my hands here. One reason I have my hand here is to show you size differential, because if you're looking at this, you're going, well, how big is it? And you and I can tell how big it is, but if you don't have anything beside it to show you size, proportionality, then you really don't know. So your eyes kind of are tricked on it. Well, back to the subject. What I'm going to do, and I'll show you what I'm going to use. I've decided to go down and buy some of this Gorilla epoxy right here, 2-part, incredibly strong. I really don't need it. Sets in 5 minutes, good enough. What I'm going to do with this epoxy is I want to get a really good copy of this interior gasket, and it's very hard to make because I've cut 5 or 6 of them, and they either come out a little too small or a little too large. I want them to come out just perfect out of my Viton material right here. So I've taken a little bit of PJ1 cable lube, put it on a, you notice I'm keeping the camera on the subject instead of moving it all over Hell's Half Acre. I've taken and you can hear by the noise, you know that something's coming up. I've taken a Q-tip, and they call these it's a really weird name in Europe, but we call them Q-tips here for some reason. I've taken some oil and I've cleaned this up, and then I've put a little bit of oil, just like on a baking cookie pan all around here. Then I'm going to take this 5-minute epoxy, and I'm going to very carefully fill in the gasket right around here. This little tiny, it's just little tiny, I don't know, let's see if we can get a measurement on there. Well, it's just very, very tiny gap. And take the stencil off and see if I can get a copy. And then I'm going to take that copy of the Gorilla Glue of this, carefully take it out, and use my Viton maps right here, and make myself a gasket. I want to see if that'll work better, because I only want to put this motor together once right here. I don't want the gasket to be half-assed or Mickey Mouse, where it's halfway gonna work, halfway gonna leak. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. And I've just given you another lesson in placement. If you will look off to the left, you'll notice you can see the gasket, or I'm sorry, the Gorilla Glue, but you also see this big dark place right here. Well, that takes away from what I'm looking at, because as a viewer, you're looking at this, but you're going, well, what's that over there? What is that? What is that? What is that? So the best thing to do when you're doing something like this is to not have what is that, or what is that, or, you know, what is that? You want to have your subject clearly pointed out. Use your zoom. Don't get your subjects too close together, because you can see that this edge runs into here. So you don't want to do that. You want to have everything clearly delineated. Alright, and we continue.